Oklahoma lawmakers allocated $4.6 million during the regular session to create the Family Representation and Advocacy Program. With more on how that will help parents and children, I spoke with the reporter Kayla Branch with our content partner, The Frontier. Kayla, tell us exactly how this program will help parents and families involved in the state's child welfare system.
So qualified, well-trained attorneys will be available through this program in a timely manner throughout the state. And that's really important. These cases are legally complex. They require a lot from parents, and it can be difficult to navigate if you don't have that really well-trained, well-qualified, and very invested legal resources, as well as social workers are going to be available. Mentors will be available through this program to families, which is such an important, key component. A lot of families, when they're interacting with the child welfare system, are in crisis and they need that additional support, as well as legal staff like expert witnesses will be available to help with these cases.
Now we should mention, parents in the past have been entitled to a lawyer. That's existed, and yet that doesn't mean, as you said, that they're necessarily going to get a good lawyer or in a timely fashion.
One judge said last year that he only had $3,000 for an entire year to pay lawyers to take child welfare cases. And that is not enough. These cases are extremely complex, yet most lawyers are required to have their own, private practice to be able to pay the bills and just take these types of cases on the side. And so it's put the state and families in a position where they've had to really just rely on the goodwill of lawyers who are willing to take these types of cases because they think that they're important, and they are important.
Kayla Branch with The Frontier. The state has been trying to reduce the amount of time that children actually spend in custody, and I imagine this program is going to help with that as well.
So yes, this has been a huge focus for the state in the last several years and really nationwide that, we know and experts have studied that the longer kids spend in state custody, the more they are likely to experience trauma. It's very hard on a child to be in, state custody and foster care. And a pilot program similar to this larger family representation and advocacy program in Tulsa County found that when families have these types of resources and attorneys can be focused and can work with needed support and with training, that these types of cases move more quickly. They are more likely, children to be reunified with their parents. But even if a kid ends up getting adopted, either way, cases move more quickly through the system, and there is some kind of resolution, both, for the parent and for the child.
Kayla, to be clear, these lawyers are available to children as well as adults, correct?
Right now, it's a little bit easier to find lawyers across the state who are willing to take child welfare cases for kids. I think that it's a little bit more difficult. I've been told it's more difficult to find lawyers who are willing to take these cases on for parents.
A little less than $5 million was allocated. That doesn't sound like a lot. After all, legal work is expensive, correct?
Lawmakers have been working for the last several years to pass a program like this. And I've talked with Representative Mark Lawson. He's a Republican from Sapulpa. He's been working really hard on this program. And the original ask was about $20 million a year. But $5 million right around there is still something that lawmakers are happy to have. They say that it will be enough for the first year to set up, a central office to start administering this program, to start building it out, hiring key staff, and then working with, a small number of counties in the beginning to set up these programs in places where they're most needed, where counties are really struggling to pay lawyers or where there might not be any lawyers available right now. That's going to be the focus. And then hopefully next year, lawmakers will come back and they will fund this program, with additional money.
Kayla Branch with The Frontier, a great program for kids and families in Oklahoma. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.